From the East Tennessee Weather Center, here's your evening weather update with meteorologist Mike Witcher.
And we sure hope you had a great day today. Hopefully you had a chance to get out and cast your vote. It was a picture-perfect day to do so. By the way, for those of you tuning in here this evening, you may have noticed that the facial hair is growing in a little bit. We're doing No Shave November. We're raising money for a great cause. Actually, the flood victims in Cott County, and it's called the Bread Basket. It's the food pantry in Cott County. So for the flood victims up there, we are raising money. I'll post more on that on social media here in the coming days and through the month as well. But first things first, let's talk about your temperatures. Today we made it into the low to mid 70s. It was a gorgeous day. We've got a nice little ridge of high pressure that's kind of been hanging out across the southeastern coastline, helping to give us that southerly flow and warmer weather. A trough to our west, but the trough does not do a clean sweep. And so therefore, we're not talking about a cold front just massively pushing its way on through. We're not talking about cooler or drier air setting up shop, but we do have that southerly fetch of moisture and the cold fronts nearby that we are expected to spark off some scattered showers throughout the day on Wednesday. So let's go ahead and walk you through that forecast. Wednesday morning, it's going to be nice and mild. We start off with temperatures in the 50s and 60s, well above 20 degrees above average for this time of the year. Our average lows are in the low 40s. We should have had widespread frost by now. You're wearing the winter jackets as you head off to work and school. And then we're going to warm nicely. We're going to be back into the upper 70s just by lunchtime. I mean, these are not November temperatures by any stretch of the imagination. So we'll have the clouds hanging out with us. We will have more cloud coverage throughout the day on Wednesday than what we experienced on Tuesday. A couple of spotty afternoon showers are going to swing their way on through. Not a lot of thunderstorm activity, but a little bit of instability, maybe a couple rumbles of thunder. No severe weather threat by any stretch of the imagination. And by the end of the day, you can see how that rain's going to be, albeit on the light side, is going to spark off some of those afternoon showers as well. All right, temperatures do top out in the mid to upper 70s. Again, trending well above that average high. Average high for this time of year. Cutting East Tennessee in the middle. Again, a little bit cooler Tri-Cities Plateau. A little bit warmer in Chattanooga, but the average for the most part is in the mid 60s. We're going to stay all the way through the Friday. We're going to stay in the mid to upper 70s. So still 10 to 15 degrees above average. Low 70s for the weekend with increasing chances for rain possibly, and mostly cloudy skies. And then maybe some cooler air, more seasonable as we get into our Monday and Tuesday of next week. That's the hopes anyways. Dew points are going to stay elevated. As I mentioned, that trough doesn't do a clean sweep, so we don't get a big push of dry air. So dew points stay elevated. It's quite humid, actually, for this time of the year. And that's going to keep our morning lows in the 50s and 60s until maybe next Tuesday, Wednesday. We may start to see those come down just a little bit. But in the meantime, it stays nice and mild. On the big picture, this is likely going to be the trend all the way through the middle and latter part of the month. The Climate Prediction Center is predicting this to stick with us all the way through about the 19th of the month. There is another trough that's being advertised down the road. We'll see what that does in the coming days. And, of course, I'll keep you posted on that. So we'll go by about a 30% chance of rain on Wednesday. Not really looking at a whole lot Thursday and Friday, but we still have that southerly fetch. And then possibly some tropical moisture Saturday and Sunday. I say possibly because it all depends on what Raphael does. Let me go back to that forecast from the National Hurricane Center. Winds right now 70 miles per hour, gusting to 85. So expected to be a Category 1 hurricane overnight tonight and stay at Category 1 all the way through Friday morning. And then decrease in intensity as it kind of curves its way back towards Louisiana. So New Orleans, Louisiana looks like it's going to be the bullseye. That's kind of where the models have been picking up here over the last couple of days. There's Raphael moving its way over near Jamaica and Cuba, paralleling the western coast of Florida, working its way towards New Orleans as we get into our Friday. It's going to make landfall sometime Friday into Saturday. But what we're going to be watching is how much of that tropical moisture gets scooped up and pushed northward. If we can get some decent tropical moisture, then we're likely to add up to those rainfall totals. And you'll see how those rainfall totals will add up over the next 5 to 7 days. So we are looking at the possibility of a half an inch to an inch of rain. But again, it's all dependent on what Raphael does and how much moisture actually gets pumped into our area. So we'll keep you posted on that. Again, here's your 7-day forecast. As we head through the rest of the week, we're going to be trending above average, but a cooling trend is on the way. Even though we're above average, at least we have a little bit of a cooling trend that will set up shop all the way through the upcoming weekend and into the start of next week. So we'll keep you posted on the tropics, your daily forecast, weather updates. 1 Minute with Witcher is an easy, accessible way to get your forecast. 1 minute of your time, you get everything you need to know. And I post those in stories as well. So make sure you check out social media, Mike Witcher TV, and also the East Tennessee Weather Facebook page, along with your current conditions, 7-day forecast, and an amazing interactive radar. Not to mention, it is 100% free. You should never pay for weather information, no matter what anybody says. Weather is always free. All right, we sure hope you have a great night. We'll be updating everything by 6 a.m. on Wednesday morning. And then, of course, we got Wake Up with Witcher starting off at 7 o'clock as we get our Wednesday started. All right, have a great night. We'll see you back here soon.